Marvel fans, the day has finally arrived. The first official trailer for the new Fantastic Four movie just dropped, and wow, there is so much to unpack here. For years we've been waiting, speculating, and hoping to see Marvel's first family done right on the big screen within the MCU. This trailer doesn't just give us a glimpse, it throws open the doors to a whole new, yet wonderfully familiar world. The excitement is palpable across the internet, with every frame being meticulously analyzed. This isn't just another superhero movie announcement, it feels like a significant moment, a turning point for what's to come in the wider Marvel Cinematic Universe. The tone, the visuals, the hints of the story, it all screams that this is something special, something worth the incredibly long wait. The initial feeling after watching this trailer is one of pure, unadulterated hype. It's clear that the filmmakers understand the legacy of these characters. They are not shying away from the core elements that make the Fantastic Four who they are. We see hints of science, adventure, family, and that undeniable cosmic wonder. The music swells at just the right moments, building an atmosphere of grand adventure. You can already tell this film aims to capture the spirit of exploration and discovery that defined the original comics by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. This trailer feels like a love letter to those foundational stories, while also promising something fresh and exciting for a new generation of fans. It's a delicate balance, but it looks like they might just pull it off. This approach could lead to a richer, more developed story from the get-go. Let's talk about the incredible retro aesthetic permeating this entire trailer. It's not just a filter, it's baked into the set design, the costumes, and even the technology on display. We're seeing clear influences from 1960s futurism, that optimistic world of tomorrow vibe. Think classic science fiction magazine covers, the kind that promise jetpacks and flying cars. This choice is fascinating because it immediately suggests this film might be set in an alternate timeline or a different universe where the 1960s aesthetic continued to evolve in this particular way. It's a visual feast for fans of that era, and it cleverly sidesteps the need to make everything look hyper-modern and sleek in the way many contemporary sci-fi films do. This distinct look makes the Fantastic Four feel unique within the MCU. Eagle-eyed viewers will have spotted numerous Easter eggs nodding to the rich history of the Fantastic Four comics. For instance, in one quick shot of Reed Richards' lab, you can see blueprints on a table, zoom in, and one of them clearly shows a design reminiscent of the Negative Zone portal. This is a huge nod to a classic F4 villain and dimension, Annihilus, and the source of countless adventures. These aren't just throwaway details. They are deliberate choices that enrich the world and reward longtime fans for their attention. The trailer gives us our first real look at the actors embodying these iconic roles, and the casting choices seem to be shining through already. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards exudes an intellectual intensity mixed with a hint of weariness, perhaps the burden of immense knowledge or responsibility. We see him focused, poring over complex equations and futuristic schematics. There's a quiet authority to him, but also a warmth that suggests his role as the leader and father figure of the group. Vanessa Kirby's Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, appears both compassionate and incredibly powerful. There are shots of her projecting force fields, and her expressions convey a strong will and protective instinct. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, brings an infectious energy and a touch of youthful recklessness. The flame-on moment, though brief, is undeniably cool, with the visual effects looking spectacular. He's shown with a confident smirk, perfectly capturing Johnny's bravado and showmanship. And then, there's Eben Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm, the Thing. While we only get glimpses of his fully transformed state, the brief shots are impactful. The design appears to be practical, emphasizing his rocky, orange hide with a sense of immense weight and power. While the trailer is careful not to reveal the main antagonist in full, there are definitely breadcrumbs leading to some cosmic-level threats. We see shots of the team looking upwards in awe and perhaps apprehension at something massive and otherworldly entering their atmosphere. This could be anything from a Galactus probe to the arrival of a Skrull armada, or even something entirely new. The scale of this event is clearly immense, suggesting that the Fantastic Four will be dealing with threats far beyond street-level villains. One key moment shows what appears to be a journey into a strange alien dimension or planet. The environment is surreal, with bizarre rock formations and an unnatural sky. This could be the Negative Zone, as hinted by the blueprints, or perhaps another uncharted territory in space. The team is shown in their exploration suits, looking cautious but determined. This sequence emphasizes their role as explorers and scientists, venturing into the unknown. The possibilities are vast and exciting. Section 5. A different reality, visual storytelling and world building. The visual style of this trailer is a character in itself, strongly suggesting an alternate reality or a period piece. The prevalence of analog technology, the design of the vehicles and the architecture all point to a world that diverged from our own timeline sometime in the mid-20th century. This isn't just a stylistic choice, it's a narrative one. It allows the filmmakers to create a unique space for the Fantastic Four within the MCU, free from the constraints of the modern day. This retro-futurism is not just charming, it's a deliberate act of world-building that immediately sets this film apart. It makes you wonder what historical events unfolded differently in this universe. Section 6. H.E.R.B.I.E.'s big debut and other hidden gems. One of the most delightful surprises in the trailer is the clear appearance of H.E.R.B.I.E, the team's robotic assistant. For a fleeting moment, we see a small, charmingly retro robot whizzing by in what looks like the Baxter Building or their lab. H.E.R.B.I.E.'s design stays true to his classic look from the comics and cartoons, avoiding an overly modernized redesign. This is a fantastic nod for longtime fans, as H.E.R.B.I.E has been a part of the Fantastic Four lore for decades. His inclusion suggests that the film is embracing even the more whimsical elements of the source material, which is a very encouraging sign for the overall tone. Another hidden gem appears in a quick pan across a bookshelf or a desk in Reed's study. Among the scientific texts, a keen eye might spot a book titled Journey into Mystery. This is, of course, the title of the comic series where Thor first debuted, but it also speaks to the broader themes of exploration and the unknown that are central to the Fantastic Four. It's a subtle wink to the wider Marvel universe and its history, connecting this new property to the legacy that came before it. Section 7. Beyond the trailer, whispers from the set. While the trailer itself is our primary source of information, some behind-the-scenes details and director's comments have added extra layers to our understanding. Director Matt Shakman, known for his incredible work on WandaVision, has spoken about his love for the original Lee Kirby era of Fantastic Four comics. He emphasized wanting to capture that sense of adventure, family, and cosmic wonder. This passion is evident in the trailer's retro aesthetic and the focus on the team's dynamic. Knowing his commitment to character-driven stories with unique visual flair gives us even more confidence that this film is in good hands. His previous success with blending period aesthetics and heartfelt storytelling bodes well. There have also been whispers about the practical effects being utilized alongside CGI, especially for The Thing. While Ben Grimm will undoubtedly involve significant digital work, reports suggest that there's an emphasis on making him feel as tangible as possible. Section 8. Cosmic Theories, What Could It All Mean? The prominent 1960s aesthetic has fueled numerous theories, with the most popular being that this Fantastic Four originates from an alternate Earth where that decade's vision of the future became reality. This team could be seasoned heroes in their own reality, potentially pulled into the mainline MCU, Earth 616, through a multiversal event. This would explain their absence from previous MCU events and allow them to arrive fully formed. Perhaps an event like the incursions mentioned in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness plays a role, or maybe Kang variants are involved in displacing them. This theory allows for a fresh start without rewriting established MCU history. Another strong theory revolves around the identity of the primary antagonist. While Doctor Doom is the quintessential F4 villain, the trailer's cosmic hints might point elsewhere for their debut. Could this be an introduction to Galactus, with the Silver Surfer as his herald? The sheer scale of the threat hinted at in the sky certainly fits. Alternatively, Annihilus and the Negative Zone seem heavily teased with the Blueprint Easter egg. This would tie directly into their explorer nature. Section 9. The future is fantastic, anticipation builds. Based on this incredible first trailer, fans have every reason to be immensely excited for the Fantastic Four's arrival in the MCU. The film promises a visually distinct and lovingly crafted adventure that honors the source material while forging its own path. The retro-futuristic setting is a bold and brilliant choice, immediately giving this iteration of the team a unique identity. It suggests a world rich with its own history and technological advancements, offering endless possibilities for storytelling. This isn't just another superhero film, it feels like an event, a journey into a new, yet wonderfully familiar corner of the Marvel cosmos. The anticipation is now at an all-time high. We can expect a story that emphasizes not just superpowers, but also science, exploration, and, most importantly, family. The glimpses of the team's interactions suggest that their dynamic will be front and center, capturing the bickering, loyalty, and love that defines Marvel's first family. The actors chosen seem perfectly suited to their roles, bringing both the iconic traits and a fresh energy to these beloved characters.